Let's get it poppin', baby, my voice, say her faces get in trouble. It was round the corner, I got too much to ride to hide. I'm outside.
Relax.
I'm dying to pop it, I'm young and I'm blessed. Texas is the world turns, there's lessons if you learn.
Subscribe.
Clean up my weapons, I'm ready for war. The strong supply, the weak your parents and told you before. Now they fit. Next chain, realize you 20 grams of chicks.
We're going to talk about it. I want you to listen. I'm T Street Controversy.
I look at the computer say, Floyd said, fuck T.I, fuck Nelly, fuck 50. I'm like, what did he say fuck me for? Nelly fucked your first baby mama, Melissa, then took your fucking fiance. Say fuck that nigga.
This is a special ASLELS challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read one full page of a Harry Potter book, nigga, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to. Fuck the bucket ice.
Woke up, I looked at the computer say, Floyd said, fuck T.I, fuck Nelly, fuck 50. I'm like, what did he say fuck me for? Nelly fucked your first baby mama, Melissa, then took your fucking fiance. Say fuck that nigga.
This is a special ASLELS challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read one full page of a Harry Potter book, nigga, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to. Fuck the bucket ice.
So, now, I looked up the definition of the word hater. That word gets thrown around a lot, especially when you don't have, well, I'll say this, when you're black and you're not a Floyd Mayweather fan. Or no, correction, if you're black and you don't support everything Floyd Mayweather does and you turn a blind eye to everything Floyd Mayweather does that's bad or whatever, or dumb or dickheadish. So I'm going to say I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. Today we're going to talk about, is there something that 50 Cent knows about TBE money team Floyd Money Mayweather? 46-0 with 26 knockouts. Is there something he knows? Because his attacks on Floyd Mayweather in regards to Ms. Jackson over the last 6 months has been aggressive. And when I say aggressive, I mean that each month he's just doing some more off-the-wall shit coming at 50. Now, I've been called a hater because I talk about everything involving Floyd Mayweather. And yes, I do realize that I'm close to his biggest fan. Nowhere near Stan. But when you look at 50 Cent, do you think that 50 Cent wants to be TBE Floyd Money Mayweather? I don't think so. Do you think that Floyd Mayweather life, as he calls it, the life, is that a good life? But I talked about that in the video. What we're trying to get down to is what does 50 Cent know as being his former best friend? What does 50 Cent know that he keeps using to ignite, this rivalry? What does he know? Because Floyd Mayweather is not acknowledging him. Floyd Mayweather is saying, well, basically, 50 Cent is throwing his name out there and T.I. and Nelly because they want to be relevant. They're not relevant anymore. And Floyd saying he's been relevant for 18 years. I get that part. But I don't think that 50 Cent is going to these lengths, because it would be too obvious. Like if he was just doing this, just to get publicity. He don't need publicity. The man makes like all these movies. He's got his own show on Star. He's doing major things. And one question I want you to ask yourself is, realistically, which I know there's going to be a lot, and this word gets thrown around a lot, especially to me. I know it's going to be a little biased, but I want you to ask yourself, meaning you'll be biased. I want you to ask yourself, whose wealth would last longer? Whose wealth would be intact as of 10 years from now? Those are the questions like that you have to ask yourself. Now, if you don't know, Floyd Mayweather and 50 Cent, they had a falling out after Floyd Mayweather got out of jail. There was rumors circulating the internet, and I don't think Floyd would ever do. 50. I don't think 50 did it or ever do some shit like that. But there was rumors that 50 was popping Ms. Jackson, while he was booked, and also 50 Cent tried to pry Floyd Mayweather away from Al Heyman and Golden Boy and get into a Twitter feud with Oscar De La Hoya. They were supposed to join together and become what is the money team, but it was supposed to actually be TMT or Mayweather Promotions or whatever. So what 50 did as a businessman, while Floyd was away, Floyd, he talked to Floyd and said, like, listen, we should go on our own, like, why? Like, let's cut out that middleman. Me and you, we just put on these boxing events. So 50 Cent goes and get his promotional license, goes and, like, gets all the business side of everything done. And then when Floyd gets out, Floyd act like they never had that conversation. So here you got 50 Cent, who has been known to be a very serious businessman, talking to you about becoming a promoter and going on your own, and you just think that he's joking? So 50 Cent has his promoter's license and everything, and then he goes to ask Floyd, like, okay, like, you ready? Like, where's your half of the money? And we don't know. Now go check out the interviews online. If you don't know, Floyd Mayweather supposedly owes 50 Cent $2 million. We don't know if he gave it to him yet or whatever the case may be. Maybe that may be the reason why 50 is still mad, but it's obviously something going on there. And if you don't know the story, then you're out of the loop. I know the whole story, and the way the story looks like is, Floyd fucked 50 Cent over. As far as when it came to the promotional stuff. And then not to mention, you lied to the man in his face, and you looked at the man in his face and told him, like, basically, like, you got a guy, Floyd Mayweather, who can't be told no. You got a guy Floyd Mayweather, who dedicated Showtime All Access to Miss Jackson, a glorious and beautiful Miss Jackson. So, you got a guy who everyone around Floyd Mayweather has to say yes. You can't say no to Floyd Mayweather. You can't have a falling out with Floyd Mayweather any type of way. If Floyd says do something, you have to do it. 50 Cent was a close friend of his who didn't need Floyd money. So 50 Cent telling him real shit, and it's like, yo, like, you can't buy me. You can buy everybody else. But me, I'm your friend. I'm telling you real shit. But, I can sit here and talk all day about it. But I just think that this is just the beginning, because it's getting to a point where 50's attacks are getting, like, from Miss Jackson, and they're getting, like, they were subliminal message type, to whereas they fall out and open. He challenged the man, to read. And I know a lot of things don't understand it, but even though he's considered a great businessman, Floyd has some issues in the intellectual department. So we'll just leave it at that. So, how there can be people, that can be smart as hell, but when it comes to certain everyday things, like things you have to do, if it wasn't for the money, you wouldn't, know how to do these things. So basically, if you would have put Floyd Mayweather into the shoes of a regular guy, a regular 9-to-5 guy working in the factory or some shit, and saying Floyd beat this guy for a week, Floyd couldn't do it. In fact, I want you to go look at, you can look at a letter that Floyd Mayweather wrote to the judge while he was locked up in Vegas, the Nevada Correctional Facility. I forgot what the name of it is, but Cook County, was it Cook County? Cook County Correctional Facility? I think that's it. But if you go look up, and read the letter, see, he was bitching. And that's the way I look at it. I'm thinking to myself, like, he's asking in this letter to go to general population. In fact, I'll put the link to the letter below. He's asking to go to general population, which is like, yo, you're a fucking millionaire, dog. Like, they exploit this shit out you. There's people that know you Floyd Mayweather, but still, they need money. They're like, oh, let's get that motherfucker. So, then he's asking, can he get more exercise and rec time? I understand that. But then he started talking about he's mentally deteriorating, and his body is his body's getting damaged that can't be repaired. And, he just was doing like some bitch ass shit. And I think, there was an interview that 50 Cent did as well, where I think he felt some type of way, and it was like, yo, like, you doing that little bullshit ass, what was it, 90 days I believe it was? You doing a little bull, 60 or 90 days, forgot what it was. Wait, no, 60 plus days, So he was doing all that crying and everything, and you got 50 like, yo, like, you beat that case as far as, you getting this little bit of time and you're complaining. But, that's a street thing. I know I would be Like if one of my friends get booked, or if I get booked, they're not going to expect me to be in there bitching, especially if I'm getting booked for like 90 days. They're going to expect me to go in there and just be like, fuck, kick back, you know, and just start counting down them nut ass days, because it's people that's been booked or get booked for 2-3 years, you know, or they in the same correctional facility fighting homicides and everything, and you bitching about those nut ass days when those niggas ain't going home. So I did hear stories of his generosity while he was booked, you know, putting money on people's books and everything, which is thorough. And I believe that if you're rich, you're Floyd Mayweather, you should. You know, you booked in the cell block, all you do is put some money on their books. You know, but, you know, T Street Controversy Live.